Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to my channel, Escape the Matrix. And if you are new to my channel is about escaping the 9 to 5 life. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you watch this video just so you can find out if the Chase Sapphire Reserve is actually worth the $550 annual fee. So first things first, we got to go over what they are offering us. So what they're offering is once you spend $4,000 within 3 months of opening the card, they will give you $600 in cash back. But if you use that $600 towards travel in the Chase portal, you can actually get up to $900 worth of value. And stick around if you want to hear more about that. So the first benefit is the $300 travel credit that's also every year. So the $300 travel credit can be used with airlines, hotels, motels, campgrounds, tolls, other traveling expenses pretty much. If you're already going to use $300 throughout the year, then that $300 pretty much offsets the $550 annual fee. So you're basically only spending $250 on the annual fee. How it works is that you first spend the money and then they will reimburse you within a couple of days. So the next benefit is that they pay for global entry or TSA pre-check, whichever one you choose. I'd of course recommend global entry because with global entry you also get TSA pre-check, so that's the one to go. And how that works is you pay for the application fee with your credit card, and then once it's paid you also get reimbursed on your statement credit. Global entry is where you can skip most of the customs lines that most people have to go through, but because not as many people have global entry, you can most likely skip the lines because you're going on a separate line for just global entry. Since this is a travel card, it has no foreign transaction fees, so something like that when you're overseas is super clutch. You can swipe wherever they take Visa and it will be converted to US dollars. So if you're spending in another currency, it'll still get converted in US dollars. I'll give you an example. When I was in Colombia, I paid for it in Colombian pesos, but it was converted to US dollars. You also get 3 points back on dining and travel. So if you're booking any hotels or eating anywhere at any restaurants, you're getting 3% back on that. The next benefit is that if you book through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, you get 10x back on hotels, car rentals, and dining when you make the purchases through the Ultimate Rewards. So let's say renting a car is costing you $100, you get about $10 back in points. You also get 10% points when it comes to lifts. So if you guys don't know Lyft, it's like another version of Uber. So if you use the service Lyft, you get 10% back. You also have a whole bunch of travel partners. So sometimes you'll see that a certain flight is a lot when it comes to Chase points, but if you transfer it over to the actual airline, it becomes a little bit cheaper. And this is how you utilize transfer partners. So you have to shop around a little bit. But because Chase has so many transfer partners and the points are so valuable, you can kind of work your way around and find some good deals. So the next benefit is actually one of my favorite benefits when it comes to this card. You get 50% more when you book through the portal and you redeem your points. So let's say for example, you have a flight that would regularly be $150. Because you get 1.5 times the points, that $150 flight will only be $100 in points for you because you're getting 1.5 points. Remember when I said the $600 that you get in cash back for the sign-up bonus can be actually $900 when you use it for travel? So that's what I meant. Points are worth 1.5 times more when you use it for travel. But besides you being able to use 50% value for your points, Chase also has pay yourself back, and for this last year it was on restaurants. So let's say for example you went and spent $150 on a dinner, but guess what, because you have points, you can pay yourself back with those points. So instead of using $150 in cash, you can use $100 in points to pay that off. The next benefit is that you have access to all the priority pass lounges. If you check through my channel, you can see some of the lounges. I have a whole separate section in travel. You can see some of the lounges that I've visited. They're not actually super great, but they are okay if you are traveling, and they can provide you a place to relax for a little bit before your flight, get some drinks, get some food, whatever you want to do. Something exciting to look out for is the Chase Sapphire Lounge that's gonna come out soon in LaGuardia in New York. It's going to come to an airport in Boston, an airport in Los Angeles, and an airport in Hong Kong. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Another benefit that I actually end up using is the Dash Pass, which is the DoorDash membership. I'm not sure how much the Dash Pass would be, but I'm pretty sure it's right around $100. So you get that for free, along with getting a $5 credit every month for food, which you end up doing. Even if you get $5 off one meal, that's super worth it because it's just a perk of the card, so why not? The next benefit is you get Instacart Plus. So if you have Instacart deliveries, which is a grocery delivery service pretty much, if you have grocery deliveries over $35, you get free shipping. Besides you having Instacart Plus, you also get $15 a month in Instacart credits, which can be pretty helpful if you're only doing, let's say, $40 worth of groceries a month from Instacart just because you have it, and then you get $15 off. You're really only spending $25. So that's another good perk right there. You also get some car rental perks. So if you're renting a car and there's an option for additional insurance, you actually don't have to get it if you pay with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card, because in case anything does happen, your card will cover it. I'm not really sure the exact amount, but you should double check that before you do rent a car and decide to not get insurance because you listen to some guy on YouTube. So I'm not going to give you every detail. You got to go do some work too. Just kidding, just kidding. The max is $75,000, and it also has to be 31 days or shorter. You also get a whole bunch of travel cancellation perks. So you get trip cancellation in case you can't take the trip because of sickness, a natural disaster, or something like that. You get baggage delay insurance, which means if you can't get your bag for 6 hours or more, you get $100, and that's per day for up to 5 days. So that's another $500 that you can get in case you do end up losing your bag. You also get lost bag reimbursement in case your bag gets lost somehow during your flight, and that's up to $3,000. So if your bag ever does get lost, hopefully there are some expensive stuff there, so you can get the full $3,000. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you guys are going to sign up for this card, make sure you use my link that I'm going to leave in the description for you guys. I'd really appreciate that, and that helps the channel out a lot. So another benefit is trip delay reimbursement, and how this works is if your trip is delayed over 6 hours because of natural disasters or something that the airline screwed up on, you get up to $500 per person that also gets delayed. Let's say you booked a flight for yourself and whoever you're traveling with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Now both of you guys are covered up to $500 a day, so that covers your hotels, your meals, all that. And I can vouch for this perk because it's happened to me. I had a flight to Toronto before and it got delayed. I ended up spending about $600 in about whatever 8-9 hours, $700 for 2 people, of course. But yeah, this perk is super useful because especially if you live in the East Coast where it snows and it's cold and anything can happen as far as your flight goes, this perk comes in handy, and it definitely can help you in the future. Another perk that really comes in handy is roadside assistance. So you get $50 of roadside assistance 4 times a year, so that's up to $200. And I've also used this perk before. I got a flat in my tire and I didn't feel like changing it. I could change it if I wanted to, but I had this perk. Why wouldn't I use this perk? So I sat in the car while the roadside assistance people came and they changed it for me. It was a cold day. I did tip them, so at least there's that. So another pretty cool perk is purchase protection. So let's say you went out and bought a new iPhone and you went and bought it, and as soon as you came out of the Apple store or wherever you bought it from, thief comes and snatches it out your hand. If you paid with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, you can get reimbursed for that with the purchase protection, and this lasts up to 120 days, and the maximum claim is $10,000. They also have return protection, which pretty much means that if you want to go return something and the store's policy is over, you can be eligible to return it to Chase and they can give you a reimbursement, or they can just give you a reimbursement without you returning it. But this is a little bit tricky and it's not guaranteed, so don't bank on it. So another perk that the Chase Sapphire Reserve has is they have extended warranty protection. So this means if you buy something with a manufacturer's warranty of 2 years, you automatically get an extra year of warranty, and this works for anything that's not above 5 years. So if you buy something something that has a warranty for 5 years, you don't get 6 years. But if you do buy something that has a warranty of 4 years, you get the 5th year. These are not all the perks, but these are a lot of the perks that I like that can practically be used. I might be forgetting something. If I am, please write it down in the comments. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and hit that like button. You know what? Smash that like button. Destroy the like button. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Because if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Until next time, have fun escaping the Matrix. By the way, I love this card so much that, look, it's literally missing a piece. It's doing this thing here, but I still love the card. So what I'm pretty much saying is that it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the $550.